Good day, everyone. It is Saturday, May 15th. Um, Welcome to Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. I am so glad you were able to join me today. Before my guest comes on today, I want to go ahead and get some things in order. If you want to be a sponsor to the show, please get in touch with me. You can call me 313-949-5768. You can go to my Facebook page and inbox me, which is Sunshine Kamela. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. Please inbox me and we can help you with that. If you have any events coming up, if you want to advertise your business, your music, whatever, I'm here for it all. Please get in touch with me about that as well. When my guest comes in, I will definitely let you know and introduce to you how I know this person. And we're going to start the show. So I am glad to be here. I had an episode this actually Wednesday going into Thursday where I was having chest problems, couldn't hardly breathe, and it felt like I swallowed something and it was stuck in my chest. So I had to spend some time in the hospital, and they ruled out it was in nothing with my heart. So we're still just believing and continuing to believe God. I went to a service last night at my own church at Destiny on Purpose, and God told me to go there, and my deliverance will be there. And I definitely was healed on last night. I woke up this morning. I don't have that pain in my chest any longer, and I just thank God that He's still in the blessing business. He's still in the healing business. So I'm just waiting for my guest to come in so we can go get started. Um, Give me just 1 second. I'm grateful again for the opportunity to be on here. Um, so I'm excited today. I am so excited. You have no idea the many doors that have been opening because of the show. And just to talk to you, um, you don't have to be famous to get on my show. I believe that every person has a story to tell. I believe that in the 6 degrees of separation, that you are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. So we all need each other, one way or another. Whether it's you telling your story to help me through my situation, whether it's advertising your business that I might need, or you might need someone to help you to get out there. There's connections on that end. There's connections and just friends. We need each other. We really do. And so I am grateful for that. Just waiting for my guest to come. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday while we're waiting. So, what else is going on today? It is very, very nice out here in Michigan. The weather is really nice. It's a nice little breeze, but it is definitely nice out. For just 1 second. Just waiting on my guests to come in. I'm so excited. You guys, this woman is super, super talented. Super. Hold on. Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get on there. My signal is bad where I was at, so I'm moving to somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going through again right now.
Okay. All right. So she will be on shortly. When I say this woman right here is super, super talented. Super. And I don't want to go too deep into it right now. I believe she's here. There she is.
Hello. Sorry about that.
It is okay. So I have done my introductions, and everyone, if you have not seen her on my show before, the last time I had her on, Miss Karla Pace, I have been bragging about her. She is super, super dope, super, super talented. It's crazy. If you see some of her things that she has created, we're going to get into this because I'm overjoyed. Some of the things I see on here is like, okay, she really made this. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So you guys help me to welcome Miss Karla Pace to the show.
Hi. Hi.
So the last time we had Karla Pace on the show, she was a part of the girls group.
Mm-hmm.
So S.O.U.L.
Absolutely.
And here we go again with the 6 degrees of separation. I met her through Angela Davis, who is a bad singer in the city of Detroit. If you have noticed, not too long ago, she was singing the national anthem at the Tigers game. Matter of fact, twice.
Yeah.
So,
she's a regular there. I absolutely love it, and I love her.
So this is how I met Karla. So Miss Karla, I have been following you ever since I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we were talking about the single that was out, but this time we're going to talk about the benefits of creativity. So I'm not sure if you want to talk about the singing, if you want to talk about the art, or wherever you want to go.
You know what? I'll actually go full force into it because I'll just say creativity has always been a part of my life. From very young, my mom is an artist.
Okay.
and she's had her own businesses forever. And I come from a family of singers. So those two things have always been a part of my life. I've sat there, I used to sit there and watch my mom do hand painting and stuff, but she paints on clothing. So she would do hand painted art and everything, original artwork on clothing. And it was amazing. And I used to sit there and watch her do it. And I used to be like, Ma, can I do it too? And she's like, I gotta sell this. So, me being 6, and begging her, can I scribble on her clothes? She wouldn't let me. But she always nourished both sides as far as my my art sides with me, my art side with me drawing, and also my singing, because I started singing professionally at 9. So
Nice.
yeah, 9. I was singing at political functions for like Gill Hill and everything, and
Wow.
singing at I would get paid to sing at different churches for functions and funerals, and it was really, really good to be able to use that side of me, because I although I'm a very friendly person, I've been in sales for years, I can be an introvert. So it helps me using my creative side to kind of balance me out.
Okay.
That's the thing that pulls me away and just helps me just focus on me,
Okay.
um, and not have to worry about the hustle and bustle of sales and talking back and forth with people all the time. uh it kind of helped me, it helped me with my balance. So the art thing, like, yeah. And I really just went full force into my art within this last year.
Well, I must say, and I still am, I'm still going to support on that, because the first thing that popped in my head, if you guys are not following Karla Pace on Facebook, you need to. She has some beautiful art
Well,
that needs
actually,
to be in the,
all of my art is actually on my art page. I do have an art page,
okay.
which is my Instagram. So it's just art by Karla Pace. So it's art by, and then it's Karla with a K, Pace. So that's where all of my art can be found. I just trickle in like little pieces of art where I can, things that I think that are more like things that I think everybody will kind of gravitate toward, just to try to steer them to my Instagram page normally. But yeah, that's where all of my artwork is. So it's, yeah, that's my
Okay,
landing
so
place.
I'm trying to, give me just 1 second. I'm trying to get the Facebook where it's a go public. I don't know if people know this. When you do lives on Facebook, if you don't change your or edit your audience, it's only going to go to your friends,
Yep.
regardless if you set it to public. So you have to do this every time. So
Mhm.
give me
That
just
happened
one
to
second.
us. That happened to us when we did our live thing. We didn't know that it
We
wasn't.
didn't know.
Yeah, we had no clue.
Hold on for just 1 second.
Mhm.
Um, we are in, where are we? Change to audience. All right, done.
Okay.
Now I gotta find you. Oh, there we are. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Um, so the first thing I've seen on Facebook when I became friends with you was the art. And it stuck out to me because how it's just like free flowing. And of course, it was blue.
Yo,
So you
blue.
sold me on the blue. And then I saw more and I was like, there's more blue. There's more blue. No.
And you know what? For me, I like painting with blues because number one, the color pops out. Number two, men and women like blue. But
Yes.
number three, I am a water person. I absolutely love the water. It just takes me to a whole nother place. I am the one that when everything goes back to normal, God willing, I'm gonna get back on the boat because I love it. I love just standing there, just watching the water. I'm a swimmer. So I'm that one that'll swim all the way out into the middle of the ocean, sitting up there just going down and looking at the fishes. And so I love the water. So blue is one of my happy places.
I am the same. Now, it was at one point it was blue. Well, it started off with purple.
Okay.
And then I gravitated to blue, which is, they're kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is blue. And
Okay.
so I sent you the wedding pictures. Like, now you
Mhm.
understand why it's a blue thing. I also am
Absolutely.
a swimmer and I'm a fisherman.
Oh, nice. We're supposed to be going fishing. Is it tomorrow? I think we're going fishing tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Monday. Monday. He told me. He told me just a minute ago. He
I'm
said we're going
I'm
fishing.
definitely water is also. So I'm excited. So in your creativity, do you take moments where you just sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or you just free fall, whatever it is?
I take a moment. I sit there and I look at the paint in front of me, and then first of all, I cut on my music so I can go to that head place of being calm, um and I think about uh the colors that will flow good together, something that makes somebody smile, something that also like fit in different people's houses. I just finished a piece this morning, and I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this just makes me happy. Because as much as I love butterflies, I've never really put them in my paintings.
Mm,
And this time I added a few butterflies to my painting, and I made coasters to match, and it had butterflies in it. And I'm so excited about the piece because I'm like, okay, that one moment where you feel like that you can't be any more creative than you already have been. And then you
yes,
dip your toe into something else and you're like, ooh, this is nice. I could do a full
yes. I
series
want to
on this.
keep it for myself.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily
I
for
was
me.
very excited for this day anyway. I'm excited about all my guests
Mhm.
actually. But like I said, I have been going around in my house literally imagining where I'm going to put your pictures at. I mean, like your art. And my room, I think
Mhm.
I think you can see it a little bit. Let's see. You can see a little bit.
Right, right.
Uh, let's see if I can go like that.
I see the blues.
And so I have some open spaces where some of those blue pieces will definitely be there. And
Hmm.
there was a one that was I think it was black, pink, and I think a splash of white in it. And I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just, gonna offset it with that one. And like I have these ideas that I really want to bring out. Have you seen any research that has been done with painting, like what it physically does to you, like your spirit and things of that nature?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually know that, and I saw this a few years ago, because I was looking for different ways to cope with my anxiety issues.
Mm,
And I was looking and I saw the pets, and how dogs help. And then I was seeing how with elderly people, puzzles and stuff. And then I saw the painting, and I'm like, you know what? That actually seems like it would be really calming to do that. Now with me personally, um I I'll try to make this part pretty quick. With me, I had COVID. I'm a COVID survivor. I had COVID last March, and I'm a singer. So at one point in time, I fell out of love with music and with my voice, because I wasn't able to sing the way that I know that I can. You can't, put forth the type of power and all that you normally can vocally. So I wasn't able to do that. And my amazing fiance, knew that I was having some issues with that, and I was kind of depressed about it. And what he did, as soon as we came out, that was the first thing that he did, was took me to Michael's and bought me like a lot of paint and some canvases and stuff and said, go for it. Just do it. And it was it was soothing, and I didn't realize until after I said, you know what, I could start selling my pieces. And I started sharing it, and people started saying, how much they liked it, and my stuff started selling really, really good. And ever since then, it's been like a complete 100% love of mine, um, that I never knew that I would go into professionally like I have, but I'm so excited about it. I am going to do a gallery show, um, more than likely to be in like August. So
Okay.
yeah, I plan on doing that.
Well, I just became friends on Facebook. This is another 6 degrees of separation. He's a
Mhm.
pastor that just opened up a art gallery.
Really? Wow, that's amazing.
And so I think I might have tagged your name in his grand opening. I think he just did it like last week or something like that. And I thought,
Mhm.
here's Karla.
That
And
would be
so
amazing.
that would be, I'm not paying it. I don't know what type of art he has in there, but I
Hmm.
feel like that would be a great connection to have
Right, right,
to
right.
have your
Absolutely.
piece
My
in
phone
there.
just my phone just dropped from
I can hear you
temperature to
talking.
it just dropped into like a really, really small percentage. I'm gonna hurry up and share your link with the another phone. So just in
Okay.
case we lose each other, I can bounce right back in.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. I
Yes.
think this
So
area is
I'm
draining my phone.
thinking that that would be a great connection. Who knows? Detroit Institute of Art. Some of these other galleries that we don't know of necessarily in the city, who will open up for that opportunity for you to put your art in there. I believe that your art is very awesome. It is a beautiful, beautiful art. Um, can do when you sell your art, do you tell the story of how you created it? Well, we're still waiting. She has phone difficulties right now, but she will be back on here. And I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation with Miss Karla Pace. I wish I could take a picture of some of her art, and I believe she told you that she's on Instagram, and that's the art by Karla Pace, which is KarlaPace. She has some dynamic art, and she's a bad, awesome vocalist. So she's back. Can we hear you?
Right here.
Okay, there you go. Well, it went back on mute. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I
So
switched
I
over
was
to my phone.
asking before I realized that you were gone. So with every piece that you sell, do you tell the story of how you created it?
Um, you know what? It's uh the story is up for grabs always. I name every single piece.
Okay.
I always name each piece, and I make sure that I put that in the description when I post the picture. I put what the name is of the picture normally, because it's easier for people to find, but also it's uh I always come up with the name according to what I was feeling or what I feel after I see the picture itself.
Okay.
But I did actually decide that I'm going to do a series where I listen to a specific song and see where it leads me, and that'll be the name of the picture. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
first one that I'm going to do, I know for sure, will be As by Stevie Wonder.
Listen here. I'm about to cry. I knew it was a connection between me and you. What you want to know? What was the name of the song I walked down the aisle?
No. Seriously?
I kid you not. I'm
Wow.
literally about to cry. Like, yes, it was.
That's
It
so
was.
crazy.
It wasn't Stevie Wonder's rendition. It was Marsha Ambrosius
Yeah.
and um.
I forgot his name
It's on
too.
the tip of my
Oh,
tongue.
Anthony Hamilton.
Yes, that was the
Hmm.
song I walked down the aisle with.
Wow.
See, I
Wow.
told you there was a connection. So literally, all the songs of Stevie Wonder, you picked the one song that I walked down the aisle with.
Right, right. That's
It's meant to
see.
be.
Yeah, so my plan is to do a series of at least 5 of those. One of the songs will actually be one of my originals,
Okay.
guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed. And I decided to do this when I was, because a lot of times I'll be posting, I'll be about to post the video, and I may want some music behind it. And they kept telling me that I couldn't use certain music, they would mute my thing. So I was like, it's all right, use my own music behind it. And I put a song of mine behind one of the songs, behind one of the pictures that I had, and someone mentioned it, and they said, wow, the piece was as soothing as the song. And that meant a lot to me, because
Yes.
they actually listened to the song that was playing while I was, while they were looking at the art. So it meant a lot just for them to be able to, because I look at that as, 2 of my babies,
Yes.
so for me to be able to bring both of those together and somebody to acknowledge it and enjoy it, it meant a lot. So I definitely plan on doing that too. So,
Are you currently on TikTok?
I am I have a TikTok account because my wonderful soul sisters told me to, because we were going to try to post a couple videos and stuff, but I'm not active on TikTok at all.
Well,
I need to be.
yes. Considering what you're saying that your adventure that you're going into with the music behind, a lot of TikTok talkers are using snippets from songs, right?
Mhm.
And if your song is chosen constantly over and over and over again, for one,
Nice.
then two,
Hmm.
it's the person, including the product on top of another product that all stems from you.
Right,
And
right,
then you'll
right.
become, the head person that they're constantly on the, I guess they call it for you page. So
Okay.
you started being in connections with different artists,
Hmm.
as well as singers. So then it gets bigger
Nice.
and bigger and bigger. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I did not think about that. And I will do that. I will definitely do that. I appreciate it. Look, I'm always looking
I
for,
listen to. I mean, I'm on
yeah.
TikTok every day, literally,
Okay.
and it's people who have art like yours, and they
Mhm.
have different music, but it's something when the music goes along with, which is another form of art, goes
Right.
along with you created, and then there's a creator right there. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's a triple threat thing.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm definitely going to lean into that. Yeah, because I don't think I even considered the aspect of TikTok. I think that I should start using certain things to my advantage a little bit more that I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay. Okay,
Um.
I'm gonna remember that you let me know that.
Yes. Absolutely. Have you had anyone who actually reached out to you and said, you know what, I got this idea, but I really trust you to, bring it to life? Has anyone ever done that to you yet? And I did say yet.
As far as my art,
Hmm.
oh, I do commission pieces all the time. That is, it's probably about 50-50. As far as the stuff that I do, um, probably 50% of it is um stuff that I just naturally create, and the other 50% is things. Well, what I'll do is if somebody reaches out to me and they say, "Well, I want a piece, but I don't really know what I want," I say, "Okay, well, tell me what your colors are for your house and everything, and we'll go from there." People have sent me a video of a room. They're like, "Okay, this is my room. This is what it looks like. This is the wall. This is how much space I have." And I'm like, "I got you. I know exactly what colors should go in there. How do you like this color with this? I see that you have yellow in your accent pillow, and you have a gray wall, and I see that you have some pink flowers over on the side. So can I include all of those colors?" And they're like, "Yeah." So that's the most fun thing to do. I think that's one of the most fun things to do, because you actually you get to do something that you know is personal for a
Yeah.
person. And I love that. And just recently I also decided that I was going to really lean toward the creative aspect of working with the person or the client, whereas to I go to their house and I look at their space and everything, because I did that recently. I did that probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the lady ended up getting 5 pieces for her
Wow.
house, because I brought a couple pieces over there after she told me. She sent me her color scheme, and then I went over there with a few different paintings, and actually created the fourth one for her. I created one of the pictures for her according to the other pictures that she had looked at. So it's something I'm definitely excited to do, because I know that somebody will get exactly what they want.
Exactly.
And it won't be a thing where they're like, "Okay, well, I don't know what size and stuff," because I don't mind, I'll measure and stuff. I have an assistant that will come with me and measure the space the right way, so you can make sure that you get what you want. Like somebody recently bought a 16 by 20 canvas from me, and it was exactly what they wanted. I sent it off to him, and he was like, "Man, I wish I would have gotten this a lot bigger. I thought that it was bigger from the pictures." I said, "Well, that's why I tell you that it's a 16 by 20." But what he ended up doing is having me make another one, pretty much like a sister picture to it. So he put the pictures up next to each other, and it made it so where it looked bigger, but it wasn't the same exact picture. So it looked good up there on the wall with a little bit of space in between it. So I love doing that kind of stuff.
So
So
we just gonna say, we gonna tag God in this. We didn't know some of the things that were gonna come out of us until the pandemic happened. And
absolutely.
um now this is, full time for you. This is another, stream of income on top of your singing.
Hmm.
And so I'm so happy that, I can see, your paintings becoming on the news, like this is the artist of the week or whatever they do. Because you're really, really good. Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you. From your lips to God's ears.
Huh?
Yeah, because that I think that uh a lot of things came out of the pandemic that were uh life lessons for everybody. um like I learned the impact that music has on my life, but I also learned how to heal myself through other things, which normally, like, music is always my go-to. So I learned that in sitting still and meditating, that helps. And I learned that through painting I can meditate and paint at the same time. And also what came out of the pandemic was we actually started clothing companies and stuff. So it's just it's so much positivity that can come through something if you try to find the positive in everything.
Absolutely.
So that's my plan. That's my plan. We learned a lot from we have been learning, still learning a lot from this crazy thing called life.
I just another idea just came up. So my
Mhm.
mother is a part of the stroke club,
Okay.
and lately what they have been doing is painting canvases
Mhm.
on Zoom.
Nice.
And
Really
so
nice.
my mom gets excited. I think it's once or twice a month. They get on a
Oh,
Zoom call, and their instructor is showing them different art to help them cope with, being at home, because they're used
right.
to coming together and, hashing it out, going out in
Mhm.
different outings. So now this is something that they're doing. She has a couple of canvases that she has done on
Mhm.
via Zoom. And so I'm
That's
not
so cool.
sure if that might be something else, later on,
Mhm.
that, to help people, those who are don't might not have family members,
Mhm.
like I'm not sure what they're doing in the elderly convalescent homes and things of that nature,
Right.
to bring in art, because this is what they used to do. They would bring in the games, they
Absolutely.
would bring in little things to keep them motivated. And so that might be something else for you to do
Mhm.
at a later time, to get people's spirits up. Like you said, you do a piece,
Right. Right.
like, this makes me smile, this definitely gonna make somebody else's smile, and
uh-huh.
to unlock something else inside of them that they didn't know was there.
Right. 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 I absolutely agree. Yeah. And I have a really soft place for for the elderly, um and people that don't get as much attention as they should.
Yes.
Our elders and stuff, they raise us up, they teach us everything that they know. And then once we get older, a lot of times we, without doing it on purpose, we throw them away. And we forget what they've how much of an impact they have been. And we don't think about the fact that we wouldn't be the people that we are without them.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that my mom has been really, really uh she really talks about that a lot with us, because it's funny, because she always says that she has more older friends than she does younger. So yeah, so she takes care of a lot of elderly people, just become friends with them and everything. She drops them off food and stuff. So I've seen that so much, and I see so much of my mom in me, and myself and my daughter. So yeah, we're all the same way as far as loving older people. It's like their last, I'm not going to say their last years because that sounds weird. Their latter years should be greater than their past, you
Absolutely.
know? So
Absolutely.
that's what we have to sow into, and then say, okay, let me put aside everything else that I have to do and actually help somebody um that helped out our past, so that our present can be what it is.
It's so much wisdom that is locked up in the elderly, that we sometimes think that, they're senile, they're forgetful, they're this, and that. But it's so much
Mm-hmm.
that we have to glean for them, in order for us to not make the same mistakes,
Right.
or to just forward humanity, period.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
because we don't know
Absolutely.
everything.
Yeah. Although we think we do.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. So
So,
I'll
just a curiosity
definitely think about
question.
that.
So, is your
Go for
wedding going to be at an art gallery?
it. No, my wedding is not at an art gallery. My My wedding will actually be and it's so funny because I look at it as a piece of art because I'm able to do whatever I want to with it. We are having our wedding in our yard because we've been blessed with a huge yard and everything. Don't tell me you got married in your yard.
Yes, I told you it's
Shut up.
connected. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny. Yeah, and our reception is at a hall. So we decided to do it that way because that was our yard is one of the things that made us fall in love with our our house. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to purchase our home. We said, okay, this is the home of our dreams, this is our forever home. And he made the mistake of telling me before he even proposed that our patio would be a wonderful place to be married. I
Aw.
don't think I ever told him that I got a little goofy in that moment when he said that. I was like, look, hold
It
on, you know how
should,
you try to
right?
play it off? You're like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, it might be nice. I'm sitting up there like
Did he just right? Did he just say what I think he said?
I know he did.
So you guys will be married soon, right?
Yes, June 19th.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm man, I am so excited for you. I am
Excellent.
so excited for the doors that's about to just fall off the hinges for you. Like um art
Are you
is,
gonna wave?
so many things that you can go into. There's, the movies, there's music, there's what you
Mhm.
do. It's so many. This is art, as they would say, communications, videos.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And
And
so
I've been acting for years. So,
really,
oh yeah, definitely. I've been in multiple plays and I'm a writer too. Like I write plays, music, I've written movies, everything. I've and now is just a time um of just doing everything.
yes.
I I've told people this over this last year multiple times about me, and how people take it is how they take it. It doesn't really matter to me either way. You have to connect with yourself to know what works for you. And I have realized that we as women and as Black women, we're always told to be humble and not do too much, and you have to make yourself smaller so you don't walk in a room and people think that you're going to take it over or whatever. So post COVID, my whole thing was F being humble. Like I can't be that way anymore, because I know the opportunities that have passed me because I didn't say, hey, I'm right here.
Hmm.
Like, okay, yes, I do sing, yes, I do art, because we're so afraid that people are going to judge us and then say, okay, oh, you can't be the master of all, if you're being a jack of all trades. But it's like, no, God just blessed me with extra.
Extra.
So why should I not sing and do my art and act and model and run businesses and be a mother and be a wife, and I haven't gone to the salon in years because I can do my own hair. So it's so much that we can actually do, and we don't, just because we're afraid that people will judge us and then think that we're trying to do everything. So I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna do it all. God left me here for a reason. I'm
Yes.
gonna find out every day. I'm going to find out why.
Yes.
So yeah.
I agree. And our stories, the more we talk, the more I realize our stories are so similar. You had COVID the
Mhm.
same time I had COVID in
Wow.
March of last year. And so it became, your whole mindset. I never thought that it was unto death. Never thought that. It was
Hmm.
more so, I'm not doing enough. I've been hiding in the
Right.
background for so long. It's time
Hmm.
to go forward. I don't want to be the person that God comes back and be like, I gave you all these talents and you hid them.
Yeah, he didn't use them. Yep.
And I'm like,
Hmm.
no, that's not gonna be me. So yes, there's writing, there's singing, there's all of these things that I am stepping out,
Hmm.
as well as, I'm like, I don't know, but I'm gonna try it anyway. That
Yeah.
moment, like, you never know what's going to be that thing that's going to, not that you're trying to get your name out there. That's not it. It's
Right.
more satisfying to you that God gave me this, because everybody can't
Right.
do this.
Yep.
Um, and I'm like excited to see and hear someone that I can literally touch and be like, well, if Karla's doing it, I can do it. And so when you
Yeah.
have that
Thank
support
you.
system, it makes a lot
Hmm.
easier. The other question I wanted to know, when it becomes the benefits of creativity, I have to explain people that my brain does not shut down. Like, I'm dreaming things. And
Yep.
I'm like, I be like, and my husband's like, you doing too much. You need to like calm down and relax. But it's hard to do. You might see something, you might hear a
Yep.
word, and then all of a sudden it's like take off. You better have a piece of paper or a pen close to you or your phone. Does that happen to you
Yep.
too?
It definitely does. And it's funny because the running joke of the group is I always tell them, I said, okay, if I come up with something, if I start singing a song, y'all better be recording it or something, because my mind works in drive, not in reverse, not in rewind. I'm like, and I see things in a full picture. Like I see the first, the middle, and the end. So for me, my mind, it just works like that. It works really, really fast. And at times I get frustrated because I'm like, man, I just sat here and wrote a full song while I was in the shower, but I didn't I
You didn't
didn't have a
record it.
way to write it down or record it or anything. And it drives me nuts. But 20 minutes later, I'll be picturing a full picture that I'm going to draw. Or um I I'm sure that I drive my fiance nuts because I walk in the room and he'll be doing something. I'll be like, okay, so I got this idea for this movie. And I'll go from the beginning of what I want the movie to be all the way to the end. And then he's like, okay, that sounds good. And then I don't do anything with
And
it.
nobody's recording what I just said. Exactly.
Right. It's like nobody will ever know that great idea that I just had. And it's not that, well, with movies and stuff like that that come to me, or plays, it's still in there somewhere. So I can always pull that back out. It's just me still dealing with and getting over this hump of being so humble to where I'm afraid to do everything, you know? And I think that the great part about being a creative spirit is you know when it's time to put people around you that are other creatives,
Hmm.
because they'll understand that this is a need. This is something that you have to do. It's something that you have to get out. Um, Luckily, I'm blessed because he actually makes jewelry. So he's a creative himself. Like he's into the
Right.
arts and everything. So he understands and he loves music. So it was like the perfect match.
Yeah.
But I cannot picture being around or being with somebody that does not recognize my creative spirit or tries to put a cap on that.
Yes.
So no matter what crazy thing I come up with, he's my he's my
Pusher.
rider.
Yes, he's gonna push.
Uh-huh.
Just like my husband
Yeah.
is basically a music producer. So he
Okay.
does music. This was our first love that, really connected
Mm.
us, was music. And then it's building. As he pushed me, I push him. And my creativity as well as his, it never shuts down. I used to
Yeah.
be a mail carrier, and while I was carrying the mail, I literally had to take my phone out, sing it to the phone, and then come back later
Uh-huh.
like, oh, that happened while, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I was just wondering because sometimes it feels like you're going crazy because
Yeah,
you
it
have
does.
so many
Yep.
that's going on. And especially with this, it's like you're hitting who do I need to talk to now? And you know what? Okay, they're excited. Okay, they said something else. Now I'm motivated to do this. And it's like,
Yep.
okay, he'll be like, okay, pick and choose which one you want
Mm-hmm.
to do now. And I said, I can't because
Right,
it's
right.
going
And it gets
everywhere.
overwhelming. And it can get overwhelming because your mind is always running. And I don't think that people understand that. But when their brain is sleeping, we're our brains don't sleep like that. It doesn't really cut off. So it's almost like, okay, you have to explain it to people like, okay, if you were a runner, you know that you need a break and you need to sit down. You can stop running. You just sit down and then your legs will relax and then you'll be able to get your energy back up. But with a creative, your brain is running, but you don't know how to get it to stop. And I think that the only thing that helps me stop my brain, and it's so funny because I will do yoga and I'll do stretching and I'll find myself still thinking. And I'm like, no. So I have to tell myself, I'm like, stop thinking, just breathe, just be in the moment. So it's very, very rare it stops running.
So I remember earlier in the conversation when you said when you're close to water, this is, you're calming.
Yep.
So how, on the average, when you're close to what, calms you down, how many ideas flow through your head when you're by the water? I think she's stuck. So right now we're just waiting. I know she's in the car. So hopefully she can get another signal. And you guys, I hope you guys are really enjoying Miss Karla Pace. Is she back?
Are we okay? Yeah, you froze and then you dropped out.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I was asking when you're close to your water, when you're close to water,
Right.
how many on the average, how many ideas pop through your head while you're by water?
It's a ridiculous amount of thinking that I do when I'm around water. I will write a movie in my head and come up with the full entire cast and have the conversations in my mind of what I would say if I saw them in the street, just so I can be prepared.
Wow.
And I'll and we just went to Hawaii recently, and it was just moments where I would just stand out on the balcony and then just look at the water. And while I was out there, I had to make sure that my phone was next to me because I'm like, okay, it's a good song, and I'm just like writing songs and everything. So when I'm in that element, man, I can bang out enough for a full CD. At least enough for a full CD and a movie. Honestly, I should probably look at it as a monetary amount. So each trip that we have, I probably could have made about $1 million on the ideas.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's it's a crazy thing because it's a wonderful feeling because you feel like you are in productive mode
Yes.
when you're thinking complete thoughts. And it's not like those times where you're busy and you have to do other things and you're, like at home, uh either I'm working on one thing or the other and I'm working from home and stuff, so my mind is on other things besides that. But when I'm by the water, that's the only focus.
Yes.
You can literally like let everything else leave
Yes.
from your mind and then you just focus on
Tune
that.
everything out, and that's all you see. You're looking at endless water, no land, or you might see trees every now
Oh,
and then.
yeah, the
And
sky meets the water.
yes, I miss the water.
Hey,
I
look,
truly do.
look. My mind just went there, right?
Right.
Like,
I miss
look.
the water. Like I'm like, I need to take a trip to Belle Isle soon. Take a trip out to Moreau somewhere to get by the water. And even in fishing, it's so calming, even to the point of while you're reeling in the fish and
Mhm.
different things of that nature. It's like no other feeling like that, really. To, the wind to be just right. You feel
Right.
like you're in the movie and your hair is flying.
Yeah. And normally
It's like,
I fished when I was really little with my dad.
mm,
Myself and my sisters, he would take us because he has all girls and he really wanted a boy. So so he would take us to do certain things with him, and fishing was definitely one of them. So so I definitely got lucky to have somebody that likes that, because even if I go and it's not the fish that I'm like, ooh, so googly eyed over, but just to be able to just sit there and just
sit
look at the
there.
water and just be able to focus, and then he's in his happy place because he's fishing. So it's like we're vibing at that moment, like, isn't
Yes.
this wonderful?
And the most intimate conversations that you
Yeah.
probably would not have with
Hmm.
the hustle and bustle, all the noise from the city, and all of those things. When you're close to the water, it's like tuned out everything. So you're really connected, where nothing is disturbing you. You have no distractions. And so
Right.
I'm just grateful that you guys, including your fiance and I guess somebody else in the car, um,
Say hi, honey.
hello. We're able to get on today. Um, and I have already told them again, if you have not been on her page, and on Instagram, she said it's Arts by Karla Pace, which is
Yep.
KARLAPACE.
Absolutely.
Please support her. Um, please go on there, on her Facebook as well on her Instagram, to support of S.O.U.L, S-O-U-L, which is the female group that she's in. She's a bad vocalist. She's a bad artist.
Thank
She
you.
the benefits of creativity there is no limits. There is no limit.
Absolutely.
And
And
I'm
I do
looking
have my
forward
own
to.
music that's out. You can just go on there. It's on all of the music platforms, but a place to find like everything in one spot is my website, which is karlapace.com. So it's just Karla with a K, PACE.com. Normally I put up all of my show dates and everything, but with everything being kind of sporadic, I have not done any updates. So
It's okay.
yeah,
Like I said,
karlapace.com.
I speak blessings over you. I speak blessings over your fiance. You guys
Right.
gonna get married next month. I'm excited to see these beautiful pictures that's gonna come. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. I
You.
appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for giving a platform to creatives, to singers, to musicians, to different artists.
Everybody.
We really appreciate it. We appreciate the open door and this stage of
Yes,
Zoom.
absolutely. And I'm sure you will be on my show again. Trust me.
And will I see you then?
All right. Have a good day.
Have a great one.
All right. Bye bye.